Okie dokie. Cool. Here. So, last time we left off, we did something like this. We went ahead and we connected to our access point. Okay, introduced the test function, and we pinged it. Came back, everything was cool. Well, in my case, my hotspot doesn't like me so much. So, but it came back and everything was cool. So that's okay. Now, on to the next one. Connect to an OpenAP. Let's do a web AP. Okay. Web stands for wireless equivalent protection. Yada yada yada. And some routers still do it. Okay. Right before WEP keys. So, it's comments. If key is 1, do this. I want to say oh, they have problems with my tab. And I would say else if key equals 2. Let's say connect to WEP access point. Okay. And we can just take and move this down. Should be cool. And here's where we'll start. Alright, so we need to send out some messages here. And we have the access point if key equals 2. Okay, which it will. Say echo using WEP authentication. Okay. Let's set the key equals, what was it? To key equals off. We have to first I have to enter, we have to get the key. So let's say I want to just read key. Okay. So key equals off. Authentication, echo, please. No more please. Let's see, enter WEP key. Okay. Now we have to say read key. A lot of stuff is hard to keep in your brain. Read key. Cool. So after we want to, when we hit 2 up in the menu, we're going to be, it's going to echo out using WEP authentication, and it's going to say enter WEP key. And it's going to read the key. Okay. Let's do a test function on it, because we hit it open, we get issues. You never know. I mean, you know, you may put this script on GitHub or something. Somebody else might use it, and you never know where this thing might end up. And it's always good to kind of consider the most obvious possibilities. You know, one being open would not be a good. So let's see. Key. Right, there's two differences. Else if key equals 2. This key up here, this key right here, is referring to our selection right here, and this key here, two totally different variables. This is referring to our WEP key. Okay. So we say if key is equal to blank, or nothing in it. Then we want to echo key authentication. Key cannot be blank. And let's say new line. Let's say exit. Got no time for fools. Just kidding. And then we want to say exit. Okay. So that'll work. And we don't have to stay in this if statement. We can actually jump out. And I think we will. There's really no point to staying in it. That's another thing about if. You can just say if. You know, test the function if it's, you know, if it does something you don't want it to do, you can just jump out. Right? So let's see. Key cannot be blank. Exit. Good. Close it. Here, I want to say, need to introduce a couple things here. One is this, and then our functions. I want to incorporate some type of save function. Okay. That way I can read from my stored keys, and instead of entering in the access point all the time, I can just pick from my chosen keys. I'll do that. Well, in order for me to do that, I have to create some save configurations. So that's why I have that syntax in there. And let me see. Let's echo. Echo read key, saving WEP configurations. Okay, so I'll just, anytime I connect to even one router, okay, it'll save that configuration in case I ever go back to it. And I have to actually do it. So what do I want to do? Configurations. Okay. I can now say something, let's give it some time, sleep 2. And echo. Echo $SSID into 1 greater than deletes everything in a file and just puts whatever you want in it. As far as that's stupid. 1 greater than will take that last echo as far as, let's say, if I said echo, my name is Bob, greater than, oh hell, let me just show you. Okay, let's say echo Jack Sparrow. echo that once into blah dot txt. Okay, if I cat out blah dot txt, I got tax error. Okay, that's one time. Now if I echo twice into it, it's going to append to the file. Is a loser. Okay. Now if I cat that out again, see I got this. Okay. 2 lines. Okay. And now if I say but, and I cat it out again, I got 1 line. So basically, with the double graders, you append to a file. With the single graders, you just echo that into a file. Okay, now that doesn't have to be 1 word. It can be a whole lot of nothing. Okay? And you can see, it didn't append to it. Matter of fact, maybe I should just use any confusing stuff. Okay. See, it didn't append to it. It overwrote that. It overwrote what was in that file with the last string, or the selected string. Now, this selected string could be a book. Okay. One time, and matter of fact, I like to echo, or I like to cat one time my scripts into a global folder so that they can become global, like when I do updates to scripts and stuff like that. So, right, but double graders append, and single graders do not append. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to echo SSID into I'm going to echo this into a file, but I'm going to call it $SSID dot WEP dot config. Okay. Saving WEP configurations too. I also want to echo the key into $SSID, so it's going to be .config. But you notice the double graders. Okay. So basically, I want to create a save file, and the save file's name is going to be the SSID. Okay. And I want to echo into that the name of it and the key. Alright? This is just for later on. Okay. I'll go back to my script. And looks good. Looks good. I'm not going to call my other functions again. Remember, we needed, in the last one we had a clean function. Right, notice here we don't have to manually set the key off, right? Like we did up here. Okay, we don't have to set it off. We actually need the key. Okay, we need the key. So if you follow the function up here, to the connect function, okay, this is going to use the SSID, which is the name of the access point, and this gets the key. Okay, just happened that in the open one we had to reset the key to an off key, but over here, since that function is going to happen again, the key is going to be whatever we typed in. So I want to say clean, and my next function will be connect. And my last function will be tester. Okay, and I can exit that after that's all done. Okay, so I hope this has all came to the end for you, how you see the importance of functions. Because if not, we would have had to type that whole string out over and over again, at least for 2 times, and it'll be 3 times by the time we get done. So, now let's run NetMan. First I want to see if my access point's up. I've got one over here somewhere. Yeah, it's up. Here, I'm going to use regional as an access point. And let's say and .run NetMan. Plus 1 for save, 2 for new. 2 for new. SSID, regional. Authentication will be web. So I'll hit 2. Using web authentication, enter web key. Web key is 8675309. 867. Okay. Saving web configurations. Old net process. Okay. Now see it's jumping back into functions. Looking pretty clean. I really like it. Now this router isn't connected to the internet, so it takes forever. Just like the phone. It takes forever. So when I go to test this function here, this test function is going to fail because it's not connected to the internet. What I can do is though, I can just accept the fail and manually ping 1.1 or the router's address. And as a last step, I'm going to just pull up the router configuration table, or the router's, to log into the router, and that should I mean that's good enough test to prove that it works. So sometimes it can be a little buggy. That's why, like up here, I killed all the old net processes. Okay. The ACE client, WPA applicant if it's still around, stuff like that, because you don't really want to reboot your machine every time to connect to a different access point. Okay. Got dropped off. I got 106. Okay, so that must be me. Yeah, that's me. Okay, 1 received, 1 failed. Alright. Clear. Let's ping count 3, 92.168, 1.1. Let's see what. I got a reply from it. Must have dropped me. A reply from it, but it must have dropped me. Okay, no biggie. I'm gonna reboot my machine. We'll test to see if this works. And I'll catch you in the next one.